Viewers, the recent decision taken by the Airport Authority of India to upgrade and enhance the passenger amenities to Airport Jammu is a very good initiative, but how much time it will take to complete all these projects that have been started by them? For that, to throw much more light on this issue, we have been joined by Jammu Airport Director D.K. Gautam. So, welcome sir to Excelsior News, and tell us that how all these projects you are taking under your command, and how much time it will take to all these projects to become a reality in the coming future.
Okay. First of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thanks to you. You have come here and taken initiative to just highlight or to showcase our achievements which we have done during last 2.5 years. So let me start from the first thing. We have taken up the project of terminal building upgradation. So that work we have already completed, and the upgraded terminal building was commissioned in 17th of August last year. You must have seen a lot of changes have taken place during this upgradation work. We have increased the terminal building capacity to double. The area has been doubled. We have provided better passenger conveniences, like we have provided 3 escalators. We have provided lifts also. We have provided longer length of conveyor belts. Now we are in the process of providing 3 aero bridges, which are likely to be installed by next coming month. And you must have seen we have increased the capacity of check-in counter also. Earlier those were 10 check-in counters. Now we have 20 check-in counters. Apart from that, we have got self-service check-in kiosk also. 2 kiosks are already placed, and 3 more are in the offing. We are going to get it soon. We'll install them also. So that will help for the passengers to do the self check-in instead of going to the check-in counters who do not have any registered baggage. They can come and do the self check-in. So, and as far as our future projects are concerned, now let me take you to another project which we are already in the process. We are going to expand our runway. The current length of runway is 6,700 feet. We are going to increase it by 1,300 feet. So total it will be 8,000 feet. Once that 8,000 feet runway is over, work is over, and which is now going to start somewhere in the May of this year. The reason is very simple, because we are going to get much more traffic. We are going to see much more flights once the runway expansion work is completed. Because as of now, I like to just convey you that we do not have the flights to the far off cities of India because of the load penalty, because of the shorter runway length. The moment when we complete our runway extension work, then we'll see all the far off places in India, like down south or in the extreme east. We will be getting connected to those places. Once those places get connected, then you will see there is a tremendous potential for the air traffic to grow in Jammu. And that work, the pace with which we are going as of now, is going to be completed by 2020, and 2020 you will see a different Jammu airport altogether.
It means the footfall is going to increase now at the Jammu airport, the kind of developmental project that you have started. But as far as the passengers who used to receive and drop their near and dear ones outside, you said that a canopy have been placed outside the Jammu airport, but I think that is not sufficient. Is there any plan to incorporate that area too inside the Jammu airport authority, so that the people may do have a pleasant experience of visiting the Jammu airport authority? Because there are senior citizens and various other parking issues, and it leads to frequent jams outside the airport roads. So all these issues, I think, much more serious than you have a development project in front of you and working on that, but the common citizen of this state also want these things to be taken into account. So what are your comments on this?
First of all, let me tell you one thing. For the visitors, for the meeters greeters, and for the passengers, the biggest problem was because right from the entry to the airport, they had to travel in the open sun or open sky, and during summer it used to be very torturous for them. Even winter rains also, it was a very not good experience of all of them. So you must have seen we have provided a canopy right from the ticket counter to the exit gate of the airport, and that is the biggest facility on the city side which we could have offered to our passengers, and which we have done. And you must see because of the land constraints, we are not able to provide the parking space to our esteemed customers, or that those are passengers. At times it happens, they normally lament about this, why we are not able to provide this facility. But let me tell you one thing: despite of all these land constraints, we are trying to increase our convenience, passenger convenience level to the maximum. Even for the exit gate, now we have provided a better canopy, a big canopy. At least there, the people who are not allowed to come inside the airport, they can wait inside. They don't have to face all this heat and rains during those monsoon periods or the summers. So these are the first thing, the things for the passenger convenience on the city side. As I told you in the beginning, because we face lot of land constraints here. Keeping that in view, we have a requisition to the state government about 12, 13 years ago. We wanted certain part of land just outside, adjacent to our boundary wall. We have paid the money to state government, and we were expecting that we will get that land, then we'll definitely be constructing a car parking there and the waiting area for the passengers. Due to some problems the state government is facing, because the people who are still staying there, they wanted some rehabilitation, so that land has not been handed over to us so far. So in the backdrop of all those constraints, whatever best we could offer to the passengers or to our meters and greeters, the people who come to receive or see of the passengers, we are trying to maximize their conveniences. But of course, on this course, until unless we get that land back, we won't be able to do we come up to the levels, expectation levels of the people here. So this is our biggest handicap.
But the people who will come for the first time and for their better experience that they should experience and go back home from Jammu airport, what other possibilities you are exploring? For example, there are also talks going on for the another airport base in Jammu, and all these things which the constraints which this place is facing. Whether you will keep all those points clear for the next project, whether it may be Sambar, some other kind of place.
See, I would like to share with you. We airport authority is very grateful to the state government, because we keeping in view that the existence of a new airport, construction of a new airport or some other place is definitely going to take some time. We have already found a intermediate measure. That is, we have asked the state government to hand over our almost 137 acres of the land on the other part of the runway, that is on Beli Charana side. Once we get that, then at least the basic facilities which we have been talking about, like constraint for the people who are coming, car parking, meters, gitters, other things, we will be taking care of all those things in that upcoming project. Because here the current terminal is within the only 15 acres of the land, apart from 10 acres for the apron area. But there we have asked for 137 acres of the land, and that 137 acre land we are going to construct a big building. Very big means up to 50,000 square meters of the area, which can cater up to 2,500 passengers per hour, outgoing, incoming both put together. And then we will be having 22 parking bays. But that now with the cooperation of the state government, now they have already started, they have shifting the major stakeholder, the investment department, to other location. We see a very good chances of that land being handed over to us in the coming years. And once that land is handed over to us, definitely whatever we constraint we face today, or whatever facility we are not able to extend to our passengers, we will be doing all those things to their full satisfaction.
So Belich Rana area that you are talking about, airport authority is in full, you can say, preparation for taking out that area. How much time it will take on the part of government or on your part to take the possession of that land? What is the current status of that project, if we talk about?
I will say put it the other way around, because state government has already started the process of shifting the major stakeholders, these are the government departments. So we stand a very good chance of getting the land by in a year or two. Once we get the land, then it will take almost 4 to 5 years to complete the such a big building there. So it is a matter of 5 to 6 years put together, and handing over the land and construction new terminal, that we can see a new terminal coming at the Jammu, and for having all modern facilities or comparable facilities all over India. That will be the our target for the coming 5 years.
So how do you see the future of airport authority growing in Jammu as from the past 5 or 6 years?
I am very glad to share with you, this year itself, we have witnessed a growth of about 25% in our air traffic movement, be it passengers, be it aircraft movement. And with the current growth rate and the projects which we are in the we have taken up, like runway extension, I'm very optimistic that in the coming days, means after 2 years or so, apart from continuing this 25% growth in the coming years, we'll be witnessing a much better growth once our runway work is completed, because that will definitely enhance our traffic potential and traffic handling capacity to a very higher levels, very good levels. And then we may I don't see any reason why we will not be seeing a growth of say 40 or 40% plus in the coming years.
So viewers, this was Jammu Airport Director D.K. Gautam, and he very categorically stated that they require the support of state government and the various other agencies included in the upgradation of the Jammu Airport. And in the coming time, all the constraints that at the present time are associated with this airport, in the coming time all will be removed, and the people of the Jammu or the locality will have a very better experience whenever they visit the Jammu Airport. With cameraman Karan, this is Amit reporting for Excelsior News.